Let me tell you something that might sting a little. Most Christians do not know God. Not because they're bad people, but because they've confused a story about God for God himself. Let me explain this. Truth is a first-order phenomenon. It's being itself. God is the truth, right? You agree with that? Okay, if God's not first, then he's second or some other number, which means there's something before him, which means he's not God if that's the case. So we agree that God is truth and that he's first. Okay. Before you read the Bible, before you pray, before you believe in anything, first you have to be. Now, what's the Bible then? The Bible then is a second-order phenomenon. By definition, it's a book about truth. Words on a page about an experience that someone else had, but it is not the experience itself. Imagine you're starving and you see me eating an apple, and I hand you a picture of me eating an apple. How does that picture of me eating an apple taste? Probably not nearly as good as the apple that I actually ate, as I had a direct experience of the apple. You're still hungry. You see, that's what most people are being handed. Pictures of apples, descriptions of truth. Here's how the orders of phenomenon work. We mentioned this earlier. God is truth, that's the first order. The Bible is a second-order phenomenon, a story about truth. You go to church and they're talking about the stories in the Bible, that's a third-order phenomenon. Language is involved now. The fourth-order phenomenon is you interpreting what's being said. And then you grow up and become a pastor and you have your own church, and now you're explaining it to more people who are now interpreting it, and now you're 6 and 7 steps away. Now multiply that across 2,000 years. You see the problem? When someone like me tells you, you can go straight to truth, straight to God, directly, without belief, your mind fights it. Why? Because belief has become your God. But I'm telling you, Moses went direct. Jesus was direct from childhood. Buddha meditated until he had direct experience. And you can do it too. Truth doesn't need to be believed. It needs to be realized. You know that game that little girls play when they're kids with the 2 ropes going in opposite directions and the girl on the outside has to jump in? That's just like what we're talking about here. The truth is you yourself jumping in, but the church and the teachings have you afraid. What is the role of a pastor or a master? He teaches you to stop waiting. He builds up your courage so that you can jump in and discover God and truth for yourself.